frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Hurts to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. These two teams had met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Hurts. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
In motion, left goes Smith. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Throw Throwing is Hurts. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles will jump on top for the game's first score here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Eagles 7, Cowboys nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's certainly not the start that they envisioned, Charles. You give up the long touchdown drive, and there, an interception on their first play from scrimmage.
Brandon, I wonder if the mindset was simply, well, that was a long touchdown drive. Their defense might be a little relaxed and feel like, hey, we're in good shape now having 7 in hand. Maybe they just thought, let's take the shot at them right now. Instead, it went against them.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders to the 27-yard line.
Number 26.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Looking for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter. Obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really...
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Cowboys nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Here's Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And, oh, that is going to be a safety.
I'm not sure they mentioned it as a goal during the week or even talked about it in pregame, but the way they're playing right now, they want this game out of reach by halftime. Not only does the safety just demoralize the opposing offense, now your guys can run out there and try to add another 6 to their lead.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the break, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports.
16. Cowboys nothing.
Ready! Hurt! Check,
Another run here with Sanders. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
This will be caught by Brown. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Smith, the man in motion left. Out of the gun now on third down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's good, and that cuts it to 9 at 16-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll go to work with a little momentum following the free kick. First and 10. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick 6. Flushed out right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And Brandon, how often do your offenses tell us before a game that we're in every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
This is taken. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now following the safety, they'll have the football with a chance to take the lead as they begin following the free kick with a 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 2nd down, back to Sanders. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Rolling to his right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
From the gun, it's Hurts. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Dallas Goedert, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a 1st down.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up for the 1st and goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Eagles are once again back in front. But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen coming out to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Open man has got it, the tight end. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. There he goes, right side. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So they get the interception and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 3-yard touchdown run, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, why we look at the defense? They came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Connecting quickly with Goddard. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for two here, he says. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. The 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on second and long. Hurts. He'll buy some time right. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They gave it a shot in the deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is taken way up at the 25. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On third down, Elliott. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Another run with Sanders. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming out. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Throwing on second and 8. Hurts. So the completion good for 7 there. And third and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on first and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Throw right side. Caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. They run behind center with Gainwell. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 27. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. They'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. On first and 10, it's Gainwell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. It'll be first and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Throwing, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Third and long for Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be out right at the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Prescott on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46, 46. We're going to 54, wide.
And again, it's Prescott. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 30-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play. Were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. To throw, Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And now with the play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Now Prescott. Caught by Cobb. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Here's Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. Marr able to put this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the same calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway from the 10.
Buster Scott on return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Hurts. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, man, Bronco! Check pass, Bronco quick,
Straight ahead, it's Gamewell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Hurts. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
And how about that? So many times the big play is what does it in overtime. They got one there, move the ball past midfield, and now you know they're on the move, looking to score the game-winning touchdown because a field goal won't finish the game.
And here's a handoff to Gainwell. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 106 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The pitch comes to Sanders, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Hurts sets up to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. The kick by Elliott is good, and they have regained the lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Eight yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And what can Prescott do in the OT? And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Prescott. Finding Schultz. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Here's Dak.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold him now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They sort of got a new lease on life there. If he picks that off, this ball game's over.
I can hear it. I can hear it. I can hear it. My defensive backs coach at Tennessee, a lost opportunity is never regained. Used to drive him crazy when I dropped those potential interceptions, as that one was there.
Now Dak.
Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Here we go 46. Here we go 47.
Here's Prescott.
Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses